Hello everyone, this is Dr. Satish Chandra MR, Professor of Community Medicine, BGS Global Institute of Medical Sciences. So today I'll be telling you briefly, and the most important topic is about cold chain. Most of you will be wondering, what is cold chain? I think we as a doctor profession, which we are aware of, what we exactly do in terms of vaccination to a kid. But in terms of general public, the awareness towards cold chain is very bad or poor in fact. So for example, we take our kids to a vaccination center and vaccinations are given. But have you ever checked whether the vaccine is properly stored? If at all stored, whether the vaccination is properly stored in a place where the power supply is gone and how the vaccine cold chain is being maintained. So the most important part is any vaccine, its efficacy and effectiveness will depend on cold chain. So a vaccine should be properly stored in such a place where the recommended amount of temperature maintenance should happen from the manufacturer till the injection site. So vaccination cold chain is most important. So for example, you will go to a private clinic or a hospital where the vaccination is stored in a refrigerators. But whenever there is a power supply, dim and dip, or especially which is very common in the peripheries, so then the vaccine efficacy will be lost. And the awareness for keeping a vaccination as well to the pharmacist is very poor. So they ideally keep in a place where chances of fluctuations are there, and sometimes they'll be keeping it in a freezer compartment where especially T series of vaccine should never be kept there. So what will happen is the vaccine itself will be a dummy. So make sure a proper vaccination cold chain is maintained. That's one. And the awareness among the public as well, where exactly the vaccine should be stored, whether the measles, polio, as well as IPV injections, so should be kept in a coldest place, whereas the other vaccine such as diluents should be kept in the lowest compartment. So similarly, in case of avoid keeping any vaccines in a refrigerator, because ice-lined refrigerators are meant to keep the vaccines. If there is a power supply cutoff, so if there is a power supply cutoff for almost 8 hours, the ice-lined refrigerators will maintain the temperature for 24 hours. So that's the specialty of ice-lined refrigerator. However, we cannot keep ice-lined refrigerator at each and every places. So make sure you are keeping the vaccines in a place where the power backup is sufficient good enough. So you have a sufficient UPS backup so that even if there is any fluctuations, temperature is maintained. And avoid keeping any other, if suppose you are using a refrigerator, avoid keeping any other vaccines or any other items in the refrigerator which is only meant for keeping the vaccines. Okay, so kindly do not neglect it. Make sure vaccine, for an effective vaccine, the vaccination cold chain is the most important one. Thank you.